Good afternoon, executive and senior staff. My name is Kevin Winfield, and I am your information security manager. Today, I'm going to talk about threat hunting, which is an essential proactive approach to cybersecurity. As we all know, our company operates in a highly competitive and technology-driven industry where safeguarding our digital assets is critical. Recent high-profile cyber attacks on companies like T-Mobile and MGM have shown how vulnerable even the biggest organizations can be. A single successful cyber attack will lead to significant financial losses, damage our reputation, and disrupt our operations. In light of these threats, this presentation is crucial for understanding how we can bolster our security posture. By implementing a robust threat hunting program, we can proactively detect and mitigate potential threats before they can cause harm. This will not only protect our sensitive data and intellectual property, but also ensure compliance and regulatory requirements and maintain customer trust. Threat hunting is about staying one step ahead of cyber adversaries and safeguarding the future of our company. This presentation has two key purposes. First, to educate our organization on the importance and methodology of threat hunting, and second, to request funding for the development of our very own comprehensive threat hunting program. The overview for our agenda today, we will cover the importance of threat hunting, understand the current threat landscape, and explore the impacts and costs of cyber attacks, and then go into the components of threat hunting. Each section will build on the previous and give a comprehensive understanding of why threat hunting is critical for our organization. Think of every cyber attack as a boom or an explosion within our network. Currently, the time it takes to discover such incidents can often span months, leaving us with precious little time to triage the network and implement our incident response procedures. This delayed discovery is costly and inefficient. However, threat hunting offers a proactive approach that allows us to operate left of boom. By this, I mean that we can identify and neutralize adversaries before they can inflict damage on our infrastructure. With an effective threat hunting program, we can reduce the time to detect threats significantly, improve our response time, ultimately protect our network more effectively. Threat hunting is all about a proactive approach to detecting and mitigating threats that have evaded our initial security defenses. Some of the key benefits are: one, improved threat response, identify adversary TTPs. Three, reduces overall damages to organization. And four, saves the organization money and resources. Next, we'll go into understanding the current threat landscape, which is crucial for grasping the challenges we face and the importance of a proactive threat hunting program. In this section, we will talk about the most significant cyber attacks in 2023 and some key threat actors around the globe. The threat landscape is continuously evolving, with cyber criminals employing increasingly sophisticated methods to breach defenses. By analyzing recent high-profile attacks and the adversaries responsible, we can take valuable insights into their TTPs, their tactics, techniques, and procedures. This knowledge will help us better prepare and defend against similar threats. Let's begin by looking at some notable cyber attacks in 2023. First, we'll start off with the Johnson Controls ransom attack. This attack was primarily caused by a phishing email their deceived employees into providing credentials or downloading malicious attachments. This initial access was compounded by exploiting vulnerabilities and unpatched systems and the use of weak passwords. Once inside the network, attackers moved laterally, escalated privileges to gain control over critical systems, eventually deploying ransomware to encrypt files and lock systems. Inadequate security measures, including insufficient threat detection mechanisms and lack of comprehensive employee training, further facilitated the attackers' success. Next, we'll talk about the MGM customer data theft incident. The EGM customer data theft had far-reaching implications for both the company and its customers. The breach exposed the personal information of millions of customers, including names, addresses, phone numbers, and email addresses. This type of data exposure can lead to identity theft, financial fraud, and increased phishing attacks targeting the affected individual. For MGM, the breach resulted in a significant loss of customer trust, confidence, damaging its reputation, and potential leading to a decline in customer loyalty and future revenue. And then we have the T-Mobile cyber attack, which was a significant data breach that compromised the personal information of millions of customers, including names, addresses, phone numbers, social security numbers, and account information. The attackers gained unauthorized access to T-Mobile's network and exfiltrated sensitive data, which later appeared for sale on the dark web. This breach had severe repercussions on customer trust and revenue. By looking at these three major incidents, threat hunting could have significantly mitigated the risk and impact of those cyber attacks by identifying the usual access patterns or data transfers. Threat hunters could have discovered the breach before substantial data was exfiltrated. Regular assessments and simulations of potential attack scenarios help identify and address vulnerabilities promptly. A robust threat hunting program integrated with the incident response team ensures swift action when a threat is detected, allowing for immediate containment and prevention of widespread data loss. Continuous improvement through the threat intelligence sharing and adaptation to emerging threats ensure the program remains effective over time. Now we'll go into some of the major threat actors across the globe. We're going to start off with the Lazarus Group. The Lazarus Group is a notorious cybercrime organization widely believed to be linked to the North Korean government. This group has been active since at least 2009 and is known for its sophisticated and financially motivated cybersecurity attacks. The Lazarus Group has been involved in several high-profile incidents, including the 2024 Sony Pictures Act, which resulted in the release of sensitive corporate data and unreleased films. Next, we have APT28, or Advanced Persistent Threat 28, which is also known as Fancy Bear, which is a sophisticated cyber espionage group widely attributed to the Russian military intel agency GRU. They have gained notoriety for conducting intelligence gathering operations targeting governments, military organizations, and various sectors globally. APT28's activities have included high-profile incidents such as the 2016 cyber attack on the Democratic National Committee, the DNC, where sensitive emails and documents were stolen and leaked, impacting global political dynamics. A key takeaway from these groups is by understanding their PTPs, or tactics, techniques, and procedures, we can predict for potential threats. By studying their past activities and methodologies, organizations can gain insights into the type of vulnerabilities these actors can exploit As we look to the left of the screen, we see cyber attacks per industry. If we look at the education sector, their education sector received 2,507 cyber attacks during 2023. And the government and the military sector had a total of 1,725 incidents. And we scroll down towards the bottom of the list, we see the retail industry had over 1,000 cyber incidents. Key thing to take away is no matter the industry, no matter how big or small, it can be affected by cyber attacks. And there are groups with the means and resources to conduct these attacks. So the key takeaway is that it's not a matter of if, but when a cyber attack occurred. Next, we're going to talk about some of the effects of cyber attacks, starting off with damages to IT infrastructure. At number one, we have data corruption and loss. Cyber attacks frequently target businesses with the intent to compromise or corrupt critical data, whether through ransomware, data breaches, or malicious activities. The consequences of data corruption or loss can be severe, beyond the immediate impact of losing sensitive customer data, financial records, or intellectual property. Number two, hardware damage. In some cyber attacks, particularly those involving malware or destructive payloads, businesses may suffer physical damage to hardware components such as servers, computers, and networking equipment. Malicious code can target and compromise these devices, render them inoperable, causing permanent damage. The recoveries of hardware damage extend beyond financial costs associated with repairs or replacements. Three, software and application disruption. Cyber attacks often aim to disrupt or disable software applications essential to business operations. Attackers exploit vulnerabilities in software or develop malware designed to disrupt normal functioning systems. The consequences of software and application disruption can be profound. Businesses may experience productivity losses as employees are unable to access the necessary tools or systems. And then next we have loss of productivity, starting with operational downtime. Cyber attacks can severely impact a business productivity by disrupting essential systems and processes. For instance, malware infections or ransomware attacks can render computers or networks unusable, preventing employees from accessing critical applications and data. This downtime leads to significant productivity losses as work comes to a halt and employees are unable to perform their tasks efficiently. Two, resource diversion. Cyber attacks often necessitate significant resources to address and mitigate their impacts. Businesses must divert valuable time, manpower, and financial resources away from core activities to manage and recover from security breaches. IT teams may be overwhelmed with addressing the attack, conducting forensic investigation, and implementing remediation measures. Number three, disruption of communication. Effective communication is essential for any business. Cyber attacks can disrupt communication channels, both internal and external, causing delays in decision making, project coordination, and customer service. For example, email phishing attacks or malware infections may compromise email servers or communication platforms, hindering the ability to send or receive messages securely. This disruption can lead to misunderstandings, missed deadlines, and decreased customer dissatisfaction. Next, we have loss of reputation. Number one, loss of customer trust. Cyber attacks can have a profound impact on customer trust and loyalty. When a business experiences a data breach or security incident resulting in the compromise of customer information, such as personal data or payment details, customers may lose confidence in the organization's ability to protect their sensitive data. A breach of trust can lead to customer turmoil. Individuals may seek out competitors perceived to offer better data security measures. Building trust after a cyber attack requires transparent communication, timely notification to affected customers, and proactive measures to enhance cybersecurity. Two, negative media coverage. Cyber attacks often attract significant media attention, particularly if they involve large-scale data breaches, ransomware incidents, or attacks on high-profile organizations. Negative media coverage can amplify the reputational damage caused by a security breach by impacting public perception and investor confidence in the affected business. And three, we have regulatory penalties and legal fines. Sometimes in the aftermath of a cyber attack, businesses may face regulatory investigations and legal consequences, particularly if the incident involves non-compliance with data protection and regulations. Regulatory bodies such as the GDPR or the CCPA impose strict requirements for safeguarding personal data and mandate notification of data breaches to affected individuals and authorities within a specified timeframe. Failure to comply with these regulations can result in significant fines and penalties. Next, we'll go into the cost effects of cyber attacks. As research shows us, 60% of small to medium business goes out of business within 6 months of a cyber attack. 20% of businesses experience loss of customers. 30% of businesses experience loss of revenue. But 20 to 30% of businesses with threat hunting program are less likely to experience losses of revenue. If we look to the left of the screen, we can see the average cost of cyber attacks per industry in 2023. If we look to the far left of the screen, you see the healthcare industry suffered almost $11 million of revenue to cyber attacks. And then the financial industry received almost $6 million of revenue losses from cybersecurity incidents. And even the education sector received almost $4 million in revenue losses due to cybersecurity incidents. Here, we'll be going into some of the components of a threat hunting program, starting with the threat hunting loop. The threat hunting loop is a structured approach used by cybersecurity teams to proactively search for and mitigate potential threats within an organization's network and systems. It involves continuously analyzing network traffic, log, endpoint behavior to identify suspicious activity or anomalies that may evade traditional security defenses. By detecting threats early, the threat hunting loop enables swift response and mitigation efforts, minimizing the impact of cyber incidents on business operations. This proactive approach also enhances incident response capabilities by providing insights into attacker TTPs, which helps effectively countering and preventing future attacks. Conducting regular threat hunting exercises improve the organization's overall security posture by identifying and remedying vulnerabilities, thus safeguarding sensitive data, critical system, and intellectual property from cyber threats. So our threat hunting loop is a four-step process, starting with the first step, creation of the hypothesis or indicators of compromise development. Creating hypotheses based on indicators of compromise, or IOCs, is critical in cybersecurity for predicting potential threats and enhancing proactive defenses. IOCs are artifacts of or patterns observed in network traffic, system logs, or endpoint behavior that indicate potential malicious activity. By analyzing IOCs, our, our threat hunt team can develop a hypothesis about the nature of an attack, the tactics used by threat actors, and the potential impact on the organization's security posture. For example, IOCs such as unusual network traffic patterns, unauthorized access attempts, or anomalies in user behavior may suggest a phishing campaign or a targeted malware attack. Step Step two is the investigation stage. This is where we use our tools and techniques. In the threat hunting loop, various tools and techniques are employed to effectively detect and mitigate potential threats within an organization's IT environment. These tools are instrumental in gathering and analyzing data and identifying anomalies and validating indicators of compromise. To uncover hidden threats that may evade traditional security measures, for example, the use of a SIEM solutions for real-time monitoring and correlation of security events, and in, in-device detection response tools to monitor endpoint activities, detect suspicious behavior, and threat intelligence platforms to enrich our understanding of current threat landscape. These tools are integrated into our threat hunting loop to enhance our ability to proactively identify and respond to potential threats before they escalate into significant security incident. By leveraging advanced tools and techniques across all stages of the threat hunting process, we can strengthen our overall posture and mitigate risk. Step three is the discovery stage, where we look to understand our adversary TTPs and behavior. By understanding our adversary's TTPs, it is crucial in the discovery phase of threat hunting, and they provide invaluable insights into how attackers operate, their methods of intrusion, and their goals within an organization's network. Understanding adversary TTPs is not merely about identifying certain attack methods, but about gaining a deeper understanding of the adversary's motivations, capabilities, and tactics. This knowledge can empower us to anticipate and effectively respond to evolving cyber threats, strengthening our overall security posture, and reducing the likelihood and impact of successful attacks. And in step four, we have the analytics stage. This is where documentation plays a critical role in the analytics of the threat hunting loop by ensuring thorough record keeping of findings, actions taken, lessons learned during the investigation process. This process does five key things for us. Number one, knowledge, retention, and transfer. Number two, continuous improvement. Three, support for compliance and reporting. Four, risk management and decision making. And then five, training and development. Next, we have our threat hunting maturity model. This provides a structured framework that will help our organization assess and improve our threat hunting capabilities. It will allow us to evaluate our current threat hunting practices against industry standards or best practices, identifying strengths and weaknesses and areas for improvement. By defining various levels of maturity, this model will guide our organization planning and road mapping for advanced in threat hunting capabilities systematically. This targeted approach ensures efficient allocation of resources, financial, technological, or human, to maximize impact on security posture. As organizations progress through the maturity level, they adopt more sophisticated and proactive threat hunting techniques, leading to a better detection of advanced threats, quicker incident response times, and more effective mitigation strategy, reducing the risk of successful attacks. This model also promotes a culture of continuous improvement by encouraging regular assessment and refinement of practices, adapting to emerging threats and technologies. As we look at the screen, if we look at level zero can be thought of as the infant stage. In this stage, our threat hunting program is at its initial stage. We will be heavily relying on automated security alerts to identify potential threats. Here we are at the initial stages of implementing our threat hunting processes and training dedicated. And this is where we'll be implementing our threat hunting processes and implementing our training standards for our team members. Level one is the toddler stage, where we are beginning to explore and develop basic threat hunting capabilities, moving beyond a purely reactive stance and starting to establish foundational processes and tools. Level two is the teenage stage, where we are becoming more structured and capable in our threat hunting effort. We have established regular processes, use advanced tools, and are more proactive in our approach. But we still have room to grow and mature. We are on a solid path forward to becoming more sophisticated and effective in detecting and mitigating threats. Level three is the young adult stage, where we are highly mature, independent, and skilled in our threat hunting efforts. We operate with confidence, leveraging advanced tools and continuous processes. And we are well integrated into the broader organizational goals. Our proactive hypothesis-driven approach, and combined with strong cross-functional collaboration and ongoing improvement, ensure we are highly effective in detecting and mitigating threats. Level four is the senior adult stage, where we have reached the pinnacle of maturity, experience, and expertise in our threat hunting program. Our processes are fully integrated and automated, enabling real-time and predictive threat hunting. We leverage the most advanced tools and technologies. We pull highly skilled professionals and adopt a holistic approach that aligns with business objectives. Continuous innovation, cross-organizational collaboration, and proactive risk management ensure we maintain a robust and resilient cybersecurity posture. Next, we have our threat hunting matrix, which integrates the threat hunting loop and maturity matrix, along with the data collection phase. To provide a structured approach for developing and enhancing our threat hunting capabilities, this matrix guides our organization through progressive levels of maturity, ensuring that each stage builds on the previous ones with increasing complexity, automation, and integration. This combined approach systematically enhances our threat detection and response capabilities, aligned with overall cybersecurity and business objectives. The benefits are as follows. One, improves security posture. Two, reduces risk exposure. Three, faster incident response. Four, cost savings. Five, regulatory compliance. And once you add all these things up, this equals our meeting our organizational objective. Next, we have our threat hunting tools that are necessary for our threat hunters to carry out their mission. So start off with the SIEM, which stands for Security, Information, and Event Management. It is a software solution that aggregates and analyzes security event data from various sources across an organization's IT infrastructure, including networks, applications, and systems. SIEM systems provide real-time monitoring, threat detection, incident response, and compliance reporting capabilities. It will help our organization protect our sensitive data, maintain regulatory compliance, and respond effectively to evolving cyber threats. Next, we have SOAR, which stands for Security, Orchestration, Automation, and Response. It is a technology stack that consolidates security orchestration, automation, and incident response processes into a single platform. SOAR platform integrates with existing security tools and technologies to streamline and automate workflow, enabling organizations to respond to security incidents more efficiently and effectively. Next, we have SNORC, which is a powerful network intrusion and detection prevention system known for its effective and flexibility. It will help our organization monitor and protect our network assets by detecting and mitigating a wide range of security threats, from known attacks to emerging vulnerabilities and other violations. Next, we have CrowdStrike. It is a robust EDR platform. And then lastly, we have our user and entity behavior analytics system, which is a technology that monitors and analyzes the behavior of users, devices, and entities within an organization network to detect anomalies and potential security threats. By utilizing machine learning and advanced analytics, UEBA establishes normal behavior baselines and alerts our security teams to deviations that may indicate insider threats, compromised accounts, or unauthorized access. UEBA enhances threat hunting efforts by providing early detection of insider threats, identifying behavioral anomalies such as unusual network activities or abnormal access patterns. Next, we have our data sources. These internal and external data sources are essential assets for a threat hunting team. It provides critical information and insights that enhance cybersecurity defenses and overall business resilience. Internal sources such as firewall logs, DNS logs, EDR logs, IDS and IPS, and user behavior analytics enable proactive threat detection within the organization's IT environment, facilitating early identification of anomalies and potential threats. This helps in improving incident response time, understanding the IT infrastructure better, and ensuring compliance with the regulatory standards. On the other hand, external data sources such as threat intelligence feeds, open source intelligence, and vendor reports offer broader visibility in the evolving threat landscape outside the organization. They provide early warnings of emerging threats. Together, these data sources empower organizations to effectively detect, investigate, and mitigate cybersecurity risks, safeguarding our sensitive data and supporting business amidst growing cyber threats. Next, we have our performance indicators, which are essential for our threat hunting teams and our organization, as these indicators provide measurable metrics to evaluate the effectiveness of our threat hunting program. These indicators quantify the team's ability to detect and respond to threats properly, assesses the impact of security incidents, and manage cybersecurity risks effectively. By tracking metrics such as the mean time to detect and mean time to respond, we can identify vulnerabilities, allocate resources, and prioritize improvement in their security posture. Performance indicators can also support continuous improvement initiatives by setting benchmarks, measuring progress, and guiding investments in technology and training. They facilitate transparent communication across stakeholders, demonstrating the value of cybersecurity investment and ensuring alignment with business objectives and regulatory requirements. Overall performances indicators enable organizations to strengthen their resilience against cyber threats, enhance their overall security posture. To initiate our threat hunting program, we estimate an initial investment of nearly $100,000. However, as demonstrated in the presentation, the consequences of not investing can be more far costly. Implementing this program is an investment that will not only safeguard our organization against potential financial losses, but also contribute to future growth and prosperity. It is an initiative aimed at protecting our assets, enhancing operational resilience, and ensuring we remain competitive and secure in our dynamic cybersecurity landscape. Key takeaways from this presentation. Number one, cyber attacks are a matter of when, not if. Two, threat hunting is a systematic tool that can help us protect our IT environment. Three, implementing a threat hunting program is a good investment for the organization achieving its future goals and objectives. Here you can see my work cited for more information. And this concludes the presentation. Thank you.